Hello, welcome to another English class, and in this opportunity we are going to study relative clauses as objects. We have definition. Yes, relative clauses are structures that are used for defining, classifying people or things. This is the structure. We have always a subject, a verb, and a noun. Then we have an object relative pronoun plus noun or subject pronoun, and then a verb. If you see, the structure is very long, is very complicated, but we're going to do it step by step. The relative pronouns or the object relative pronouns are three. We use who, that, and which. We use who when we are defining or classifying people. We use that when we are classifying things or people. We use which only we are classifying or modifying things. Let's read this sentence. I saw a movie that I like. If you see, it seems like it's a very short sentence, but it has all this information. So, first, when you see a sentence like this, you have to first find out which is the noun or the main object of the sentence. Because when you define the main object, it can be someone or a thing. That is what you have to modify, you have to classify, or you have something to say about. Okay, in this case is movie. So movie is a noun. So movie, remember, is a thing. And then this short sentence, I saw a movie, so this is the main clause of the sentence. Then we have that. That is called object relative pronoun. And the rest from the object relative pronoun, we have the relative clause. So the definition for the relative clause is that we use it to modify, to classify a thing or a person. Let's read these examples and we will see how to use relative clauses. But we underline the object or the person in the sentences, and we have two lines for the object relative pronouns in the sentences. Let's read the first one. Oh, she loves the chocolate which I bought. If you see, if you put a period in these sentences, you cut it in half. It says, oh, she loves the chocolate. But it seems like something is missing. That's why we use relative clause, because we need to define what chocolate is about. Look, she loves the chocolate, which chocolate is a thing. We use the object relative pronoun which what I bought. So this is how the relative clause is used in this sentence to give an idea or to modify the sentence when you have a noun like this. Okay, let's go to the second one. We went to the village that Lucy recommended. We went to the village that Lucy recommended. Village is the noun, village is in this case, is a place that we want to define, we want to classify. So that's why we use that. We went to the village that Lucy recommended. Let's read this third one. John met a woman who I have been to school with. In this sentence, John met a woman, but we don't know anything about that woman. So that's why we have to explain what is this woman about. So he says that this woman went to school with, in this case, with me, because that's the subject. But John met that woman who I have been to school with. And the last one, the police arrest the man who he worked with. So another, one more time, man is the subject, the noun, but in here we're talking about someone. That's why we're using who. Look. The police arrest a man who, and then opens the relative clause, Jill work with. So this is how we use relative clauses as object when we want to define, when we want to explain or classify an object. So remember, the object can be a thing or can be someone, because that's why we use relative pronoun, who, that, and which. So we have to be careful. If you're talking about a thing, you use which. If we're talking about someone, you use who. Okay? This is all for today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.